Ladies and gentlemen, we are ranking every single COD Zombies game that you want to play in 2024. This is really just the definitive list for anybody who's never played COD Zombies and wants to know what's the best Zombies game. So shout out my boy Scorpio. He's got a great video for us.
What's up, you
Let's get it,
beautiful
baby.
people?
I'm
Today we're
super
gonna be
excited for
every
this.
single Zombies
Yes.
mode that's ever been made.
Yes,
and
let's
yes,
get
we
it.
are including Extinction. Before we start, just bear in mind
Okay.
this is my opinion and nothing against
Now-
Noah J. But
Yeah, nothing against Noah J, but again, Extinction, we gotta talk about that.
hopefully
man. We
my
gotta
opinions
talk
aren't
about
as
that.
bad as his. All right, enough of that being said. Let's get started.
Yeah,
All
let's
right,
get
I'm
it.
gonna move through this one
Okay,
quick because we all know
Vanguard.
Vanguard
Yeah.
Zombies is the word zombie.
What's unbelievable is that there are more people in public matches playing Vanguard than Black Ops 4 in the year of our Lord 2024, and that is why I am genuinely worried about the future of humanity as a whole. But please, if you are listening to this as a reference of what to buy, do not buy Call of Duty Vanguard. Thank you.
Zombies mode.
Don't do
And
it.
If there's someone
Don't
in
do
the
it.
comments that says it's
Do not do it.
I don't know what's wrong with you, but you are wrong.
It's
Let's
terrible.
all just be clear about
Yeah.
this. Vanguard Zombies was the worst thing we've ever played. On launch, we didn't even.
It's not a zombies experience. It's like it's a random PvE experience. It's barely zombies,
have
right?
round
You're
base
not going to get
maps.
anything.
And we didn't
You're just
get
going to
round
waste your
base
money.
until,
with
like
this.
what, halfway
Don't buy
through
it.
this game's cycle. I'm not
Yeah.
blaming Treyarch for this, but I'm just saying this is the
I'm blaming Activision for that.
worst zombies mode I've ever played personally.
Yeah.
Moving on to number 10 on
Yes.
the list is World War II Zombies.
World War II Zombies, okay. I find that this is a little bit too convoluted. The maps don't really look that great. Everything's kind of gray. And so if you're a really big World War II fan, then I would buy this. But the thing is you're going to have to be looking up guides. It's a very difficult experience. You're probably going to be playing by yourself. Nobody's really playing this game. So wouldn't really recommend World War II.
And I don't know
to be
what
honest.
it was with Sledgehammer, but I just feel like they're not really that good at making zombies modes. That may or may not
I fully agree, personally.
be foreshadowing
Yeah.
the next spot on my list. Anyways, I just think World War II had really
Yep.
bad maps. I mean,
Yeah.
the Final Reich was
The Final Reich is an amazing map. It's the launch map. The rest of the DLC, not too great.
an alright map,
too
but
great.
even at that, it wasn't that enjoyable in my
Yeah.
opinion. Plus,
Yeah.
what was the storyline? I mean, I never really paid attention
We don't
to
know.
it, and I'm usually a story guy
We
when
don't
it
know.
comes to the zombies
We
modes.
literally
And
have
I'm not
no
gonna
clue.
lie, even when this game came out, I was never really that excited to play this mode.
Yeah.
The pacing on it was just too slow.
This game had to also compete with Fortnite, and it just goes to show how leagues behind Call of Duty was with Fortnite and its idea of live service. And to me, one of the only true games that does live service.
And it was trying way too hard to be
Yeah.
like Treyarch Zombies.
Oh, yeah.
And that's something you don't want to do. You want
Yeah.
to try being unique and different. All right, so
Exactly.
next we have Advanced
Advanced Warfare Zombies, please just don't buy this. Literally nobody plays this on public matches. You will never be able to find the matches. Guns are weak, maps are boring. Please just don't buy this one. I'm shocked
Exo
this is
Zombies
even
coming
that
in
high
at
up,
number
but
9. Now, I
oh,
will
it's just
give
not
credit
it.
to Exo Zombies for being the first non-Treyarch Zombies mode.
That's
as
true.
I honestly enjoyed Exo Zombies, but the only bad thing about it was we only had 4 maps, and out of the
Keep in mind, this came out before Black Ops 3 did. So it was like, we were enjoying this, but it was just not that fun. Okay? It was good at the time, but
4 maps, we only had 2 decent
Not
ones,
anymore.
I'd say. And the fact that this was stuck behind a paywall, just like
Oh my
most of the other
gosh.
DLCs,
Yeah.
but we didn't have a base map to go off of. I will say this is Sledgehammer's best game mode, though. Not like it was competing.
which is very sad because this game came out in 2014. It has literally been 10 years. And they have not made a better zombies experience than Exos, which was not even that great in the first
Against
place.
anything anyways, but
Oh,
coming in at
man.
number 8 is Extinction.
Extinction
Honestly,
is
I think
good.
Extinction is kind of
Keep in mind, though, it's underrated. This is not zombies. It's more like campaign objectives. Like, I played all the Extinction maps, like, in 2022 recently, so it's not bad. I wouldn't buy Ghost for this either, because if you're looking for a good MP experience, Ghost is pretty much dead.
underrated.
You won't
It had
find
some
anyone.
really good maps, and
Yeah.
the gameplay felt new and refreshing. Although I will say the one thing that Extinction was missing was like a pack-a-punch system.
Pack-punch,
because
Easter
your
eggs.
Guns were always weak.
Yeah,
Honestly, I wouldn't
guns
be
are
mad
just
if
weak.
Infinity Ward brought back this game.
You don't want to play a zombies game where guns are weak. You want to play a zombies game where guns are fun and actually
It
cool
was
to
honestly pretty
use,
fun.
You know?
Do you think Infinity Ward should bring this game mode back in their next game? Or who knows, maybe they...
There's potentially a Ghost too. So if that happens, we could get Extinction back, which is crazy.
They could even bring
Like,
it back in
what?
Modern Warfare 2. Also, I forgot to say, but the storyline for this was actually pretty interesting. Alright, so coming in at number 7
Yeah, it was, but I
is
mean,
World
it
at
kind of
War
ended.
Zombies.
Yeah.
Let's just make it clear.
I'm going to be honest. This is your best World War II Zombies game. It is the oldest World War II Zombies game, and it's still the best. The original 4 maps, you can get custom zombies if you buy it on PC. Honestly, World at War, especially nowadays, is probably dirt cheap, so you can get this game
I want
Just
to be making this
amazing.
video, and the zombies community wouldn't even exist if this game didn't come out.
Exactly.
But besides
Spit
the
it.
praise, we did get some pretty good maps out of this game.
Yeah.
My personal favorite being Derice out of the 4, but they're all good in their own way.
Derice is
Alright, so
amazing.
coming in at number 6 is
IW Zombies is also such an underrated sleeper. If you're a big fan of Black Ops 3 Zombies with the Easter eggs and the mechanics and all the cool things to learn, Infinite Warfare takes that and elevates it, except for some of the DLC maps. Some of the DLC maps are really, really bad, but if you love boss fights, Infinite Warfare is the game for you.
Infinite Warfare is
This
zombies.
game is
This is without a
amazing
doubt
for
the most
bosses.
underrated zombies map.
Oh, 100%.
I found myself enjoying every single map
Yeah.
besides Beats from Beyond. But
Yeah.
besides that map,
Which is the last map, which sucks.
every other one was
Don't
a fun
don't
map.
ever
And the
bother.
story was actually pretty interesting in this game. Oh, and
Yeah.
the setting on each of the maps is just amazing.
Oh,
so
yeah.
this part on the list is where it really starts getting interesting.
Yeah, this is
so
where it
before
gets
we
crazy.
Get to that part, feel free to leave your like now so you don't have to later. All right, so with
I would honestly recommend IW over BO4. I think we got BO4 next.
that being said, let's get into the top 5. All right, so coming in at
Oh,
number
Cold
5 is Cold
War.
War Zombies.
Okay.
I really
Cold War, I would recommend as the most casual experience. If you want to get familiar with what the next Black Ops 6 Zombies is going to be, then obviously you need to play Cold War. Cold War is going to have a lot of the original mechanics we're going to see in Black Ops 6. And so if you want to just get up to date and enjoy some new Zombies experiences, get ready for Black Ops 6 in October. This is your game. Cold War is easy. It's fun. You can get to high rounds. The Easter eggs are pretty good too.
really do enjoy playing Cold
It's a
War.
really
but there
good
are a couple
all-around
problems
game.
with it. For
Yeah.
one, there's a lack of maps. We only have 4 round-based maps,
True, only 4 maps, but they're all free as well. You don't have to buy DLC.
and we did get Outbreak, but for a lot of people, that's really
Yeah.
hit and miss. Honestly, I'm not big on Outbreak, but that's just my opinion.
A lot of casual, if you're a Warzone casual sort of type of fan, you don't really like doing Easter eggs, Outbreak is your game. It's
All the maps
so
we did
easy.
get were really good in my opinion.
Yeah.
However, they did kind of feel like multiplayer maps a little bit.
That is very
I mean,
true.
if you look at Forsaken,
Yeah.
there's some of the parts in that map that literally are from a multiplayer map.
Exactly.
I will say,
Yeah.
it is fun to high round on Cold War, though.
Yeah.
All right, so coming in at number 4 is Black Ops 1.
To me, I love Black Ops 1. This is a hardcore game. People love this game because the records are so difficult to break in this game. Very few people have done it. It took 13 years for this map specifically just to get a official round 100 solo run. So if you love a difficult experience, Black Ops 1 is yours. It's
Zombies.
such
For
a
lot
good
of people,
game.
this was
Great
their very
maps.
first Zombies experience.
Some of the best maps in all of Zombies came from Black Ops 1. Hands
And
down.
technically speaking, it was my first experience on Zombies
Yeah.
too. I say
Yeah, my
technically
my
because
first
I
as
played
well.
the Wii version first.
Oh.
I don't really like to count that,
We forget about it.
but
Forget
I
about
will
it.
anyways.
Forget
Black
about
Ops
it.
4 had some really great maps, iconic characters, and an amazing storyline. And with the last map, we blew up Earth. I mean, how awesome is that?
Black Ops 1 is just the best all-around Zombies experience to me, in my own personal opinion. It's great for co-op, great for solo, great feeling guns, amazing maps. Like, BO1 was pinnacle.
And if anyone from the
Amazing.
government was listening for some reason, this is a video game. So a lot of you guys might be thinking, where is Black Ops 4?
Yeah, I gotta cut that,
Here
gotta
it
cut
is,
that.
coming in at number 3 is
Dang!
Black Ops 4 Zombies.
BO4 above BO1 and IW. Personally, I would not rate it this high because this game is very difficult. It has very hard Easter eggs. There's a lot of steps to remember. It's very much like a PvE, almost roguelike game where you have to choose what you spawn in with. Whereas the other games, you just load into the map and get into it. This game is much more strategy based. So if you're more of a calculated person, this is definitely your game. I personally don't like BO4 a lot. I think a lot of the maps are amazing from this game, but the mechanics definitely weighed this game down for me.
Now I know I'm gonna
Yeah.
get a lot of hate for this, and I know this is a take and a half, but I personally really enjoy Black Ops 4 Zombies.
Yeah, and I would definitely play IW and BO1 over BO4. I find this game to be quite a chore to play, personally.
Black Ops 4 had a lot of different maps, and
Yeah.
a lot of them seemed like
8
they were
maps, though.
remakes, and they kind of
Yeah.
were, but they were really enjoyable to play.
They
I feel
were.
like this game tried to do what Black Ops 2 Zombies did, and it had 2 different storylines,
It
which
did,
kind
yeah.
of did mess up this game a little.
It did. It very much did. Also, again, this game had to feel the full brunting force of Fortnite, and that was...
We had the Chaos storyline, which I personally liked, and we had our continuation of the old crew, which I also really liked, but it did kind of feel like it was getting overplayed at this point.
Oh, yeah.
Unfortunately, this was the last game that the Ultimus crew was in, and they didn't get a great ending.
And again, if you're a storyline lover, Black Ops 4 is an amazing, amazing game. But again, I wouldn't recommend it. I know a lot of people that would watch this mainly just want to play for gameplay, so personally, I would have to pass on BO4. IW, BO1, World at War, any of the original Black Ops titles, you'll have a
Just
great
because
time.
of budget.
BO3
reasons.
has
But
to be
besides the
number
lack of a major cutscene ending, the storyline was still pretty good. I'm not
Yeah.
gonna lie, this truly hurts me putting this at number 2, but coming
It's
in
Black
at number
Ops
2
2.
is Black Ops 2.
I know so many people put this at number 1, but ultimately Black Ops 2 just had a lot of dissonance. You had two major developers make this game, Jimmy Zielinski and Jason Mundell, and that's what made it great, but also it just doesn't have infinite amounts of content like Black Ops 3 does, and it can't fight against that. You know, it's a console game, which is why, again, if you do go for these games, PC all the way.
There's no denying
All
the fact
way.
how amazing the zombies mode was.
Yeah.
I mean, just look at the maps we got. We got Mile of the Dead and Origins in the same game.
Yeah.
Those are both regarded as two of the best maps in Call of Duty Zombies.
Oh,
and I
hands
know
down.
we did get maps like
And it set up what made the brilliance of Black Ops 3. So again, without BO2, we wouldn't have BO3, which is why it's number 2. It's, again, amazing game. But again, your best bang for your buck, if you just like zombies, BO3.
I Rise in
Every
Transit, but at
single
least
time.
Transit was fun in its own way. And
Yeah.
this game also had game modes like Grief and Turned, which people might not have been big on, but were honestly really fun game modes to play. I
Yeah.
remember all the fun times I had playing Grief.
I would say if you are a cooperative zombies player, Black Ops 2 has better modes, but if you have BO3 on the PC, then it has better mods. So it definitely depends. If you are a console player, cooperative zombies on BO2 is
Grief with
infinitely
randoms.
better.
While it might have been annoying sometimes, but
Yeah.
most of the time I actually had a pretty fun experience. I mean, 8-player zombies, that's pretty fun.
That's
Or,
what I'm
of course,
saying.
We also had
No
maps
other game
like
has that.
Newtown and Buried, which
Yeah.
are both really fun to play in their own way.
Yeah.
And
The only other game that has that is MW3 Zombies, and I'd put that at the very bottom. And the reason why is because there is no content that's going to come out by next year. Once Black Ops 6 comes out, MW3 Zombies is dead. So don't even buy it. Don't even buy it. Why would you buy a game that's lifespan is going to be less than a couple months when the replayability on these games is almost infinite? It's crazy.
And honestly, I'd say they're both underrated. I
Yeah.
really love all the memories I had on this game, and I wish I could say it was number 1, but we all know what's number 1.
Yes,
And of course,
sir.
coming in at number 1 is Black Ops 3 Zombies.
Yes. Infinite content, customs content is still delivering. You're seeing some of the best zombie experiences literally happening right now in the Steam Workshop. It has been an amazing, amazing time for BO3. Especially if you have a PC, there's literally no excuse. This is the game you buy.
I'm gonna try
Hands
to
down.
explain why this is the best zombies game without even mentioning custom zombies.
Exactly. I just did.
By the way, I'm working on a custom map myself, so feel free
Hey,
to check
let's
out on that in
go.
the future.
Yeah, and what's crazy is the man who made this video, Scorpio, is actually making Last Man Standing for me and Tim Hansen.
Anyways,
So-
Black Ops 3 was
Dub,
such a
man.
great zombies game. For how horrible this game's campaign was,
the
zombies
campaign
came up
was
clutch.
trash,
On launch,
yeah.
Black Ops 3 only had Shadows
Zombies was the real campaign of this game to me.
of Evil and the Giant, which you can only play if you had the season pass. But then we started off with the first DLC being Der Eisendrache,
Oh.
another map that people also consider
Goated.
one of the best ever made. Then
Yeah.
after that, we had Zetsubo, Garad Krovi, and then Revelations.
Yep.
All of those were really great maps in their own way. Yes, even including Zetsubo. With all
So that's what was great. Hey, listen, I'm a Zetsubo defender. Can't
those
sleep on it,
maps
boy.
being released, we did get a pretty good Zombies game. And
Yep.
then we got Zombies Chronicles, which had 8 remastered maps.
Literally a DLC that shouldn't have came out. Like, people don't realize how crazy that was. It shouldn't have even happened, and here we are. Like,
Black Ops 3 provided the most content
Go to the game.
and a lot of new
Go to the game.
features. And I forgot to even mention the Gobblegums. Personally, I think Gobblegums
Black
made
Ops 6,
3 even
coming
more
back
fun.
with gobbles.
You didn't have to use them every time you played, but it was fun to use every so often.
Oh,
and
yeah,
there's
it
just
was.
so many challenges you can do with just using Gobblegums. Treyarch, if you're listening, please bring back Gobblegums.
Black Ops 6, brother. And I'm telling you, I'm excited to rate Black Ops 6 because I hope that on this list, it gets to number 5. But ladies and gentlemen, definitely check out my man Scorpio. He absolutely killed it with this game. I do appreciate all the content and all the support you guys have been giving me. Ladies and gentlemen, I'll see y'all in that next one.